A big thanks to MBP for helping me out when I smashed my lens. More on this later. Well, what a difference between the days. Yesterday, for me, this area was pretty wet. Right in line with the vertical square on the we were parked almost in the same spot over there, and I walked around the big lake called Malham Tarn, which is completely out of view just over the hill behind us there. Today, much the same place, but we can both get out and have a bit of a walk. A mile and a half in this direction, we have Malham Cove, and this is the footpath to it. And I'm hoping it will yield some really interesting compositions. I'm really proud of Nikki for walking along here, because not that you can easily see it here, but there's quite a sheer drop here, and she does not like heights. So a year or so ago, in April, it was immediately after lockdown opened, I came up to Yorkshire in the motorhome for a little bit of work with the drone, and there's a video up in the corner, up there with it. Is it? Oh, I don't know where is it. I'll tell you, up there somewhere, of one of the shoots that I came out on that trip, and I point it out because I flew a drone kind of over this area here, and I was unaware at the time, although I should have looked, I suppose, at a map. I was unaware at the time the fact that there was a footpath running through this ravine, but the drone showed something that looked very footpathy. So 18 months later, we've decided to check it out and see if it's as spectacular as it looked from the air. And yes, it is, but not in a photographic way, because once you're down, you're very much, if you look around, hemmed in on two sides by lumps of rock. It kind of just tunnels your photography. Now, that's not to say there isn't a shot to be had, because I've had one or two, and I haven't videoed those because I wanted to get walking rather than doing vlogging while I shot videos, or while I shot shots. And I'm very concerned at the time, because we've only got about 2 hours and 15 minutes before dark, and we've got to go back. Now, we've made reasonable progress. We're doing about a mile every 30 minutes or so, which actually isn't bad going. With Malham Cove being down here, I do not want to kind of risk getting there and then feeling that we have to rush to get back. So every now and again I say, we'll just kind of round the next corner and decide what we're going to do from there. And so far we've kept walking, because this bit here is easy. It's just a nice grassy path. It's a bit chilly because it's clouded up quite a lot from the blue sky that we had earlier. It's changing a little bit more up here, so perhaps a bit more interested, perhaps a style, bit of a rise. But we'll round the next bit and make a decision as to kind of how far we'll go. Because I'd like to get to Malham Cove, because I haven't been there in a very long time. But I think the reality is, if we do, we'll be kind of there and then fear for getting back before dark. Nikki's not great on this kind of rocky terrain at the best of times, and doing it in the dark would be a mistake for us all, I'm sure. So it turns out that from the last bit of filming you saw, we were pretty much on top of Malham Cove. Just a few feet that way, so an absolute sheer drop, as you can probably guess. So right here, I've got something I'm going to try as an experiment. This limestone has got lots of little pools of water in it, and in one of them there's a gorgeous little wild geranium flower. And it's right on the edge here, and I'm going to try and just get it in the corner, bottom corner, to anchor the shot, give the shot a little bit of colour down here, and just look into the valley here. Now to do that, I'm going to use a wide angle lens, which is this rather lovely 7-14, which has been very kindly loaned to me by MBP. Thank you very much for this. I'm enjoying using this. I haven't done a lot of shots with it yet. I haven't actually done that many shots at all since being out that have demanded it. So anyway, I'm not going to pretend that I like being so close to the edge of a drop like this. I don't. So I'm a little wobbly on my legs. Beautifully, the sun is coming out now. We're going to have a bit of light, a bit of colour. Take that. I'm going to put the tripod somewhere way down here so I can get that angle that I need. Now the sun, having come out, poses the normal problem for sun, and that's by creating a massive great highlight that is going to be difficult to expose for. You can see just how bright this area is, and this area at the back here. So we're going to have to kind of work with that somehow. And I'm not sure where my composition is yet, so bear with. I think perhaps I need to be a little higher, perhaps there, and tilt down a little more. Maybe I need to be around here. See, this is where taking the camera off the tripod and kind of doing some manual handwork to try and find the composition would help. I'm just not terribly comfortable as standing up right now. And again, I think perhaps, even now, perhaps want to be a bit higher. I thought I'd wanted to be low to it, but I think I need to be more up here. That's going to overbalance that tripod, isn't it? Kind of there. We've got some dead, lifeless brown twigs down in this corner, which I don't think, well, they don't add anything at all, so I've got to kind of get those out. Yeah, they're out. Something I find helps if you're not sure of something tiny in the frame. Just put your hand there. And if you can't see your hand, then the tiny things that you don't want there, or maybe you do want there, aren't there. I'm not going to pretend I'm comfortable. I'm not. Do I think this is a good composition? No, I don't. It's not nice at all. We've got the kind of dead tree kind of sticking in over there, interrupting the view. I don't like that. So, can I? You see, it's such a wide lens that getting rid of it's actually awkward. Or do we just bake it in wholesale? I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong shot. I'm no longer certain. I'm thinking, get real close to it and worry about the background afterwards. Oh, that might be better actually. So that obliterates the tree completely. We've got some pretty awful highlights to contend with, but we can deal with that with a bracket. So I do like this. Tripod's going to bounce about quite a lot here, so I'm going to put a cable release on. So I'm going to have to focus stack this, and to be absolutely safe, I'm also going to exposure bracket it as well. I think I like that. I do think I like that. The proof is always in the big screen pudding. So at this point, I still don't know. But you're just about to see it, so you let me know, and And I'm going to point my camera over there and do a bit of landscape instead. But this isn't landscape. You know what I mean. Now I kind of like this and I don't. I'm really not sure of it. Is it a photo of two halves? I don't know. I may have been trying to be too clever. Anyway, let me know what you think of it. The light really was amazing over here, so I got a couple of shots, including this pano. Can't avoid my shadow, sadly, but yeah, that's the way it goes. Still a nice shot. As we very gingerly make our way back over this limestone pavement, which looks very much like the backbone of a dinosaur at places, I feel compelled to tell you that 23 years ago we were here. Although we didn't climb up Malham Cove, I don't actually even recall going into Malham Cove. We did walk down there we go. It's quite poignant, as I say, 23 years ago, because this weekend is our anniversary. And, well, not this weekend, last weekend, but we're out on a break. You coming? Yeah, so 23 years ago we were here, returning from our honeymoon. We broke up the journey from Scotland into a couple of days. Oh, this looks dodgy. Hold on. There we go. And there. I'm not sure. Can you make that? Just making a different route. And yeah, we're back here 23 years later. 23 years ago, my camera was 2.3 megapixels. State of the art almost back then. Brand new, bought just a month or so before our wedding. Just worth pointing out that we've been here before, and this is a bit of a time to reminisce, isn't it?
Yeah, not kill yourself.
And not kill yourself. I do wonder whether I should have done this piece to camera when we've done that little short journey off of this limestone pavement. Whilst we have kind of been back since, we haven't been to Malham Cove since. We've kind of skirted around and found that it was just too busy. I mean, the last time we were here was Christmas, and you just wouldn't believe how many people were here. But it's nice to come back and see another part of it that we've not seen before, not done before. Many years ago I came here with my father, but I've got to honestly say I don't remember a great deal about that. But anyway, happy anniversary, darling. So if you followed the channel, you'll remember a couple of weeks ago I put out a video that said I'd smashed my lens, and a lot of you watched that, but I'm sure a lot of you also were hoping to view video footage of me smashing my lens. I'm sorry to have disappointed, but smash my lens I did, and I sent it off to Olympus, and they got it repaired, but they were very, very bad at communicating timeframes and such. And in the meantime, I'd spoken to MBP in a bit of desperation, a bit cheeky, hoping that they may be able to help me out with the loan of a replacement lens. Me being the internationally renowned YouTuber that I am. To my absolute surprise, they said yes. But not only would they lend me a lens to replace the one that I was waiting for to be returned, but they were also prepared to send me the Olympus 7-14 zoom, which is an amazing lens. If you're not aware of MBP, it's a platform online that allows you to buy and sell used still and video equipment. Buying used equipment from MBP is an easy process. Everything is graded, everything is guaranteed, and you can be sure that the product you're getting is the photo that you've actually seen. If you want to sell something or perhaps trade it, Tell them what it is you have, tell them the condition, and they'll tell you how much they'll give you for it. They'll then send you a prepaid package for you to send it off to them, and once they've got it, they'll check it out. If it's in the condition that you've suggested, they will pay you what they've said. Now, please understand that this video isn't sponsored by MBP, but I think it's only fair that I pay them back with this plug. Please show them some love if you need to trade or buy some equipment. Now, just a couple more photos before the end. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, all of that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week. And of course, check out some of my other videos. There's at least one appearing on screen now.